Welcome to the Biological Sciences Info Session for Pathways. I'm Chris Schaefer. I'm the advisor for Biological and Physical Sciences at the School of STEM over in Discovery Hall. So in general, I can answer any questions you have about biology classes, chemistry, physics, other sciences. And how many people here are considering going for a biology degree? Great. Or how about biochemistry or some other science or engineering? Cool. And then how many people would want to get involved in some kind of healthcare field, like medicine? Wow, there's more people in healthcare than are going into biology or biochemistry. Really good, because we have multiple majors that you can do that for. And here with me today, I have Stephanie Barone. She's our pre-health advisor over in U+1, and she advises for pre-major students, but also for anyone who's trying to go towards a health profession of some kind. So she's going to give a little bit of information about pre-health.
Hi everyone. So as Chris said, I am the pre-health advisor here, and I work as part of the pre-major advising team. So I do, as he said, help students plan for entrance into biology and chemistry and those majors. But a big part of my job is helping students who eventually want to go on to an advanced degree in the health profession. So medical school, dental school, pharmacy, physical therapy. How many, again, raise your hand, really are thinking about going one of those directions? Okay. So the reason I tagged on to this presentation is because biology is an obvious popular degree for students who are planning to go into health graduate programs. But keep in mind, it is also not the only major that is an option for you. So keep that in mind. It is one of the top ones, but not the only one. But it's also my job to help students navigate their way to their graduate program, help you understand prerequisites that might be needed for those programs, how to be a competitive applicant, how to navigate the application process for medical school and dental school, which is a bear into itself. So I'm here as a resource for you, and I work with students all the way throughout, and even alums who are still planning to apply. So I just want to make sure you all knew that I am here. I think I see some people in the room that I have already met with or may have met at orientation, so great. But if you've not met with me and you're considering this, definitely do so. You can make appointments with me off of the main pre-health website. And shameless plug, good timing for this. If you are interested in medical school, raise your hand. Okay, I am doing a presentation this afternoon called The Road to Medical School. Some of you may have even gotten my emails about it. This is just an all-over presentation about everything you need to know about going to med school and how to prepare for that. So even if you're considering it, you might want to come. Anyone else? Can I get a copy? I'll leave a couple up here at the front too, in case you decide later to take one. So I encourage you to come in to that session. Should be really comprehensive and have a lot of good information. So it's not going to be recorded, unfortunately, but I can send, if you contact me, I can send you the PowerPoint. It has a lot of the basic information.
And maybe write your email.
Yeah.
There's a marker. Well, it's, what is it? S-Barone.
Yeah.
It's
there you
go.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Stephanie. And again, we're talking about biology today. I will talk about a few other programs that you might be interested as well, but the main focus will be here. And so my contact info will be at the bottom here. Also, Kristen Atterbury is my minion, and she helps me out with a lot of biology stuff. So you can contact us at this email address if you ever have any questions about the biology program. So today we'll talk about what is biological science anyway, how it's different from other sciences. A lot of you might be wondering about what kind of jobs can you get, especially, not everyone's gonna go into health. So what else can you do with a biology degree? Some common minors that you might want to take along with your major, of which there are a few that are pretty good fits. Just generally talking about the requirements of the degree, how to plan out your coursework, and how to enhance your experience here by joining some student groups for clubs. Is there anything that's not on this list that people might want me to talk about as we move forward? Okay, and then there will be time for questions at the end. So first, we're going to distinguish what is a life science as opposed to other sciences. First of all science is systematically gathering information, organizing it in a way that we can actually use. Sciences are the theoretical end, while engineering would be more of the applied end. And there is also applied science where we try to use this knowledge to make life better. And then it's a kind of a subcategory of natural science, which natural science is differentiated from formal sciences like logic, math, computer science are all formal sciences in that they don't necessarily have a direct connection to reality. They're just kind of dissociated from the real world. And then we also have social science, which covers more about what people do and how that forms systems and institutions in the real world. But we're talking about natural sciences, which has two main branches, which are your life sciences and your physical sciences. And physical sciences cover natural phenomena that are not alive, like physics, chemistry, hydrology or geology, and astronomy. So it's all those complex systems that are not alive. But that's a blurry boundary. And then life sciences are the other half of that, things that are alive. And that's biology, clearly. But also, there are lots of subdisciplines within biology. And really, it goes everywhere from the chemistry of biology, biochemistry, or the physics of biology, or biophysics, and can talk about how organisms interact. You can get more into our formal sciences over here. So we have actually modeling biological systems through computing or using biology to create technology for healthcare or for agriculture, for example. So it's a really broad field, and you can get a lot of different pathways within the major here that kind of focus on one or the other of these subfields. Any questions about life science or biology as a discipline? Okay, we all know what we're talking about. So what kind of jobs might you be able to get? Really anything. Something I like to point out is that your major is not your career. Your major is a way of getting skill sets that you can use in any career. And sciences in particular are about gathering information and organizing it and communicating it effectively. And those are skills that you can use in any job field. A lot of you are going to get health-related jobs, but you can also try to gain more knowledge that we can use towards health or other fields. You can teach other people this knowledge that's been gathered. You can use it towards making our environment more healthy because we're destroying it. You can also use it to maybe find better ways of growing food or to develop new technologies. And yeah, you don't have to be a scientist. You can run a business or be a lawyer and with a biology degree. So don't feel constrained by your choice of major. Just be aware that it's a way of getting specific skill sets. Any questions on jobs or jobs that we're hoping to get that might not be covered? Okay, and again, we'll have time for questions later. All right, so I'm going to talk mostly about the biology major, but do be aware we have a biochemistry major, which is a good fit for a lot of health fields if you're going in the health direction. Specifically, it's good for pharmacy. If you want to go in more in that environmental direction, we do have degrees in environmental science and environmental studies. And we also have a health studies degree, which is also a good fit if you're going in the health direction. And soon we're going to have a new BS in Earth System Science, which is great if you just love science and love every kind of science. This is like the everything science because it has computational stuff in there, it has physics, it has chemistry, it has biology. If you just want to explore and really get into different kinds of climate science, then or system science degree is going to be a really good fit. And a little plug for the website, I am going to be uploading some handbooks that really explain at least the chemistry and biology majors in a lot more depth and what the requirements are and why they're important to take. So keep an eye out for those in the near future. Yes.
What is the difference? Like, why are like the Bachelor in Health Studies a Bachelor of Arts instead of Science?
Yes, okay. So the difference between a Bachelor's of Science and a Bachelor's of Art. So the sciences, they tend to be a little more constrained if you're trying to get really specific skill sets, and they're going to be hands-on and technical. In sciences, they're usually pretty math-heavy, for example, where you might be developing lab skills. And they might have some kind of accreditation that the program has to meet. For example, to be an engineering program or chemistry has an accreditation body as well. But then the arts degrees usually focus more on breadth. So if we're trying to go for more of an interdisciplinary approach. So for example, if you're taking a BA in chemistry, that degree is made to be combined with education. And so they're both good approaches. I'd say really the difference is a BA is all about breadth, while a BS is more about depth. You're really trying to get into the weeds of science there. Do you have any opinions on that stuff?
That's about how I'd explain it.
Yeah. And there's going to be a sliding scale. I mean, some science degrees are a little more interdisciplinary, and some arts degrees can get really technical. So it really depends on the degree. Any other questions involving these majors or majors in general? Okay, so minors. First of all, you can take a minor at any campus, and so feel free to visit that link right there. You can see all the campuses at all the UW, all the minors at all the UW campuses. For example, we have a marine biology minor that's offered mainly through Seattle campus if you want to grab something a little different. And what a minor can do for you is just another way of showing you have this other skill set on top of what's implied by your major. So it can give you an edge if you're applying for a job. Say you want to do a biology major with a physics minor, and you're trying to go into biophysics, and that could be a really great combination. And some common ones that students here might take if they're in a biology major would be these ones over here. Don't feel restricted by that, but these are the ones that tend to have a bit of overlap with the biology major. Except for computing and software systems, but this is just a really good skill set to have as you move into the future. And even if you're not going to earn a minor, feel free to grab just a class or two. You can grab some extra skills without having another minor degree on top of your major. Any questions on minor? Okay. So one note about the biology major is that it does include a research experience that's mandatory. Don't feel like that's a scary thing, but all that means is that you're gathering data on a particular subtopic within biology, and then just trying to mess with it a little bit, trying to mess with these little plants or these little worms or little microbes, and seeing how different things affect them, and then reporting out on that. And we think this is a really important experience because it really teaches you how to break down problems and to organize a strategy and to be able to communicate that effectively. So it's a really good set of skills going into any profession in the future. I'd say there's no time that's too soon to start looking into research. You could do it even before you get into a major. Most instructors would prefer that you have the biology series complete before this, but number two, preferably to start looking into it. Try attending our symposium events to see what other students are doing. And you might find something that really intrigues you that you never even knew existed. So you can always send us an email if you want more resources on this, but try getting into research early. Any questions? questions on the research? So, some things about the degree requirements. First of all, you can visit this very important website to find all the information that you need. And there's a link for that thing that I gave you, that sheet that I gave you with all the requirements of the degree and your options for each requirement. And that is kind of a physical version of your degree audit. Who has looked at their degree audit? Okay, great. So I recommend looking at the degree audit at least once a quarter, because it's a similar thing. It's a checklist of the requirements you have left to complete for your degree. But the main difference is that your degree audit decides if you get to graduate or not. So you really want to make sure it's showing up correctly. So look at it often, get used to how it looks and what all the information means, and use that as an opportunity to find, if there's something that you think should be counted for a requirement but it's not, that's a good time to get in touch with your advisor, because either we need to fix something on your audit, or you took a class that doesn't count for what you thought it did, and we really need to make sure that you have a solid plan moving forward. So take a look at your degree audit. You can find it on your MyPlan software through your MyPlan account. And the second plug for is biology student handbook. Any questions on degree audits or planning? And when you meet with me, if you're coming into the biology major, we will go over this like over and over again. So don't feel like you're missing out if you forget to check in early. Okay. Oh, okay. So more on planning. Do also get familiar with these two tools, the time schedule and your MyPlan app. You can't really mess anything up by really getting in there and clicking things and testing how things work. But if you get used to these tools, then you're going to run into a lot less fewer problems when you're just working on developing a plan for yourself. And these are what I'm going to use when I'm helping you plan your coursework as well. So it's going to be helpful if we both know how it works. Also, again, MyPlan is where you can find your degree audit. And it's a really good search tool if you want to explore your course. Oh yeah, that's important. So remember, I think a lot of you might be first-year students, so just remember that planning your coursework in MyPlan does not register you, so you have to click that button in the upper right of the screen. Okay, a little plug for a biology club. I think it's important to get involved on campus, and clubs are one of the best ways to do that. You don't have to feel like it's a commitment. Just go check out one of their meetings. If you visit their our webpage here, or their Facebook page, or their OrgSync page, then you can see the kinds of events that they're running, and maybe just pick one that's interesting to you. And we have a pretty good representation in this club, probably about 80 students or so, but it's still growing. So it's a good way to meet some of your classmates, network a little bit, and they might be going towards the same thing that you are, and they might have already overcome some challenges that you're about to face, or found some resources that could be really helpful to you. So I recommend, even if you're not going to be a member of a club, try going to an event or two while you're here. And just in general, clubs are a good way of boosting your morale, and does lead to better grades overall, because you feel that network of support that can really just give you that extra boost. So check out our biology club. We also have other clubs. Here's our OrgSync page, so go ahead and visit that sometime. You can see a full list of all the clubs we have. Here's just some common ones that our biology students might join. But if you don't see a club that you like, then you can make your own club. And just get a few of your friends together, find a faculty member who would like to be a coordinator, your advisor for that club. And you can use student government funds to do cool stuff with your friends who have common interests. So consider making a club. That's also a really great opportunity to develop skills like leadership and organization. Any questions on anything I've talked about? I think that's the end. Oh yeah, I wanted to give you one more plug. As I said, you're not your major. Your major's not your job. You want to develop skills while you're here. So things like being able to draw or take a photo. are important. I use that skill more than anything else that I've learned in my major, which was international affairs. But also how to creatively solve problems, how to organize information, how to communicate that information in an effective way that doesn't confuse people, and just how to get through tough times. Those are all skills that you can learn in any major, but I think science majors in particular are a good fit for those skills. And that can get you a job anywhere. Any questions? Okay, you can always contact me down at scienceadv at uw.edu. So thanks for listening. And have a good day.